The inheritance arrived in a small, unmarked wooden box. The life read by a courier with eyes that wouldn't meet mine. My grandfather, Silas Vance the reclusive composer, was finally gone. Inside the box, nestled in faded velvet, weren't jewels or letters, but teeth, human teeth, 6 molars, yellowed but intact, resting in precise indentations. A wave of revulsion washed over me, followed by a prickle of cold unease. Topped beneath the lid was a single, typewritten line, for the keeper of the final cadence. Play them true, Alara. Play them. They were teeth. Silas was always eccentric, obsessed with unconventional sound. His final, unfinished symphony, Requiem for Asa, Barnes, was legendary for its discordance. Dismissed as madness, holding the box, a memory surfaced, Silas years ago, whispering drunkenly about the music locked inside the barn, about resonance frequencies that could unlock doors best left shut. That night, the silence in my apartment felt thick, expectant, unable to sleep, drawn by a morbid fascination. I took out the box. The molars felt cold, unnervingly dense. On impulse absurdly, I tapped one with a fingernail tink. The sound was pure, clear and shockingly loud, like a tiny, perfect crystal bell. It resonated in the quiet room, vibrating strangely in my own jawbone. A shiver traced my spine, then a faint, discordant melody seemed to echo the note, lingering just beyond hearing. My imagination. Surely, it tapped another tongue, a different pitch deeper, slightly off. The echo melody shifted, weaving around the first note, creating a jarring harmony that felt wrong. It made my teeth ache. I stopped, heart pounding. This was grotesque. He locked the teeth back in the box and shoved it into the back of a drawer. But the silence didn't return. A low hum, felt more than heard, vibrated in my molars, and the dream started. Fractured, terrifying visions, standing on a vast, dark plain under a bruised sky, surrounded by colossal, withered bones, femurs like pillars, ribs forming impossible arches. A deep, resonant thrum pulsed through the ground, vibrating up my skeleton. In the distance, a skeletal figure stood on a dais of fused vertebrae, conducting the bone. Skype with sweeping gestures, the figure turned. It had Silas' shallow eyes, but his jaw was unhinged, impossibly wide, filled not with teeth but with swirling, hungry darkness. The frown intensified, shaking my bones apart. While gasping, my jaw clenched so tight it felt cracked. My uncheeked th robbed with a deep, sympathetic ache. The hum was still there, a constant undercurrent. Days blurred, the hum grew louder, a persistent drone inside my skull. My teeth felt loose, sensitive, food tasted metallic. I became obsessed with the box, taking it out, tracing the cold molars, resisting the urge to tap them. The discordant melody from the dream echoed in my waking mind. A new whim of dread. Research yielded nothing but dead ends and bizarre folklore about Bond singers and ossuary symphonies. Then the box vanished. Panic, sharp and cold, seized me. Had I blasted, drowned away in a sleepwalking fugue. That night the dream returned, more vivid. Silas' skeletal conductor pointed a phalange finger directly at me. The bone plane screamed, a soundless vibration that liquefied marrow. I woke not screaming, but humming. A low discordant note vibrated involuntarily from my own throat, matching the internal drone. My jaw ached fiercely. It stumbled to the bathroom mirror. One of my own lower molars looked different, darker, yellower, jagged in a way it had on to being. It probed with my tongue. Cold, unnaturally cold, and the shape. It matched one of Silas's teeth perfectly. Revulsion turned to terror. They weren't just in the box anymore. They were replacing mine. I found Silas' shitting journal wedged behind a loose baseboard in his old study. The pages were frantic, ink blotted. The conductor found me, promised the sound beyond sound. The resonance that would shake creation requires vessels, burn vessels. Tuned to the key of dissolution. Extracted them myself, the pain. Oh God, the pain was the first note. They resonate, call to the OSSURY, The conductor listens, he tunes the world. Prepares the final cadence. The teeth anchor the bridge, the keeper must play, or become the instrument. It's in my jaw now, cold, so cold, can Feel the hum in my spine. Hear the bones singeing. Soon I wouldn't have mouth. Just resonance. The final entry was a shaky scroll. Yell ira. Don't let her finish the symphony. Shouted the sentence ended mid-word. The hum inside me intensified, vibrating my skull, my ribs, my spine. My replaced molar felt like an iceberg, embedded in my jaw. The discordant melody wasn't just in my head anymore. It seemed to pulse from the walls, from the floorboards. A physical pressure. Objects on my desk rattled, faintly in sympathy. Looking in the mirror, I saw it, a faint, gray translucency starting at my temples, revealing the shadowed outline of my own skull. Beneath Silas Journal mentioned resonance. Dissolution was my body becoming transparent to the bone. Song. The box reappeared on my pillow. 5 molar RS remained inside mine, waiting to be replaced. The 6th was already part of me, broadcasting its cold, dissonant note into the fabric of my being. The pressure built, an unbearable need to complete the chord, to answer the call of the ossuary. Playing in my dreams, my hand, trembling violently, reached into the box. My fingers closed around another cold molar. My own healthy truth, opposite the replaced one, began to throb and loosen. Pain lanced through my jaw. I could feel it detaching, ready to be expelled, making room for the relic. I folded it through the molar across the room. It hit the wall with a sharp crack, not a musical tinkle. The hum screamed inside me. Agony exploded in my jaw as my healthy truth wrenched itself free with a sickening pop. Blood filled my mouth. It spat the truth into my hand, warm and vital, looking so small and vulnerable. The discarded molar from the box was gone. I staggered to the mirror. Blood trickled from my gum next to the replaced Silas molar. The socket was empty for a second. Then, slowly pushing through blood and torn flesh, the yellow crown of another inherited molar emerged, slotting itself into place with a soft, wet click. The cold intensified, spreading through the bone. The discordant melody swelled inside and outside me, weaving the two notes together into a jarring harmony. The gray translucency spread down my neck. The conductor in my dreams hadn't just wanted me to play the teeth. He wanted me to become the instrument, a living resonator for the final cadence. Silas hadn't been strong enough to finish the symphony. I was the new keeper, the new mouthpiece. The teeth weren't relics. They were seeds of dissolution, planted in bone, growing cold roots through my skeleton, tuning me to the ossuary shangri frequency. I looked at the box, for teeth left, for anchors, for the next notes. The hum vibrated in my new molar, a cold satisfied purr. The melody shifted, anticipating the next chord. My hand, slick with blood, twitched towards the box, not in revulsion this time, in terrible bone, deep anticipation. The pain was fading, replaced by the chilling clarity of perfect resonance. The symphony demanded completion. The conductor awaited his soloist. My jaw, now housing two ancient keys to oblivion, began to ache with the need to sing. The silence was gone, only the molar resonance remained.